Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Are we live, Nico?
Yeah. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Are we up, Nico?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yep.
Welcome to the AfterBuzz, a very special edition with the Hulk himself, Mr. Lou Ferrigno. Thank you for joining me.
My pleasure.
God, I got so many stinking questions for you. I mean, you were the Hulk for crying out loud. We were going to dress Nico up. We were going to paint him up green and everything. Or it was either going to be that or we were going to actually have him dress up as Thor.
Same clothes as Wall.
And that was going to be the problem. He'd just be a pair of purple pants right
Can't
now.
forget about Thor. Sick of the Hulk.
So one of the questions we've been debating this week in regards to the Hulk, were they denim pants? Were they slacks? What were when you were the Hulk? What were the pants?
It was jeans I was wearing on the TV series. But the funny thing is that CBS at the time said nothing below the navel. So every time you see me become the Hulk, you always see one button open, the back of the but still one button open. now they use CGI Hulk, they use spandex.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because everybody was wondering, were they like purple slacks? Were they denim jeans? And now we know they were denim. Nico's asking if the audio is okay.
Yeah, should be good.
So, when you were the Hulk, how long was the makeup process for that?
About 3.5 hours. And I had to do that makeup like 12 to 14 hours a day because I had to constantly be retouched. So you're talking about like water scenes, sometimes night shooting. So I'll be the first one on this set and the last one to leave.
How long would it have to take to actually get everything off?
The face, a good half hour. The body, I had a green shower built in my motorhome, so I had to get 2 or 3 people. They had to get sponges and soak me down. It was uncomfortable because, when you're filming like 13, 14 hours, the last thing you want to do is go in the shower and wipe down your back. Leave me alone, I gotta go home.
Was there at any point when you were doing that, at the end of the day, you're getting scrubbed down where you're like, what am I doing? Like, why did I say yes to doing this?
That's a good question because when I was training for competition, at the time I was training for the Mr. Electric competition, it was 1977, I received a phone call, so I wanted to audition. The next day I was filming. I was all made up, got the white eyes and the teeth. I'm looking in the mirror saying to myself, what am I doing? What am I doing? It's almost like a dream. And it was a dream that wasn't a dream. I couldn't believe it. I'm looking at my face and the eyes and the teeth. I said, wow, it's quite a transition in 24 hours.
Yeah.
What, when they first did the first Hulk movie and it was going to be a CGI Hulk, what were your thoughts on that when, you were the Hulk and now they're going to rely on a computer?
I was disappointed because Ang Lee, the director, he did motion capture. He used himself. He should have used me for motion capture, the physicality of my body. And the first Hulk was kind of like cartoonish.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Hulk has really improved and it's less rubber-ish. So the first one, I'm kind of disappointed because the story is okay, Eric was great, actor, but I was like, the look of the Hulk, I was disappointed.
Now, fast forward a little bit, how did you end up kind of hooking up on King of Queens?
I did a movie with Rodney Dangerfield, down there we called it The Godson.
Mm-hmm.
So one night the producers of King of Queens were watching it, and they said, why not make Lou a neighbor on the show? So they contacted me, and I filmed one episode being the neighbor. The reaction was astronomical, so they said, okay, we'd love to have you be a regular on the show. So I said, sure, let's go for it. So it's been 7 years. It was great because I love doing comedy.
That was the ratings showed it, but it's not like, I think it's a highly underrated show. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was great.
Everybody loves the show.
And you got to work with Patton Oswalt on the one episode when the Comic-Con comes to town.
Yeah, but Adam West.
And so if you don't know, if you've never seen the episode, basically, so Lou is their neighbor on King of Queens as Lou Ferrigno.
Uh-huh.
And Patton Oswalt's on the show, and he's playing one of Kevin James' like high school buddies. And he's like super nerd, the guy that loves the Comic-Cons. And so obviously having the Hulk, he wants to go to the
And
Comic
then-
Con with Lou.
And then after the King and Queens, I did a movie called I Love You Man.
Mhm.
Jason Segel and Paul Rudd. That was the biggest comedy hit of 2008.
Hmm. And so ultimately what happens with Patton is he decides that Lou's
Yeah.
not a big enough star
Uh-huh.
because Adam West comes into the picture and he wants to go to Comic Con with Batman and not the Hulk.
Right.
It's a brilliant episode.
It was great.
So which would you say, obviously easier filming with King of Queens, not having to deal with the makeup and not having to deal
Well,
with...
King and Queens did it because you're in front of a live audience, about 150 people, and you only have 2 takes. It's all about instant gratification. The Hulk was something that if you made a mistake, they reshoot it. The King and Queen in front of a live audience, you had to be on the mark, you had to know your line, and you had to be funny. Otherwise, it's not good for the show. So it's completely different. I like the high pressure. I just love the television. I like the pressure when it gets down to the wire. Just pull the light off
So would you do it again?
in a second.
You do now? Would you want your own sitcom?
I like to be involved with a sitcom. I'd rather not carry the show. I'd rather be like a co-star because there's a lot of pressure. I'd rather be a co-star, on a weekly basis. I just love doing sitcom.
Mm-hmm.
It comes natural.
Would you want to play yourself, or since you've done that already on King of Queens, would you rather have it? You're playing a separate role.
It don't matter. I mean, I could play different roles. It doesn't matter because a lot of people like to see me play myself. So if that continues, that's fine with me.
Do you like comedy? Do you like enjoy the comedic
Oh yeah,
aspect of it?
oh yeah. Because I just got back from England
Okay.
3 days ago. I was there for a month. I filmed a movie called Purge of Throne. It's a comedy about Game of Thrones, and we filmed that at the Leeds Castle.
Oh, cool.
So wait till you see it. I think it's going to go on Netflix in January.
But was it fun making it?
Oh yeah, because it's over the top.
Oh,
So I'm like really doing the wild comedy stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
We just have a special guest now coming in. So this is Buzz. That's the host of the
Hi, Mr.
morning
Ferrigno,
show.
how are you?
Nice to see
Very
you.
nice to meet
How are you?
This is
How
my
are-
this is my nephew Gabriel.
Okay, hi, Gabriel. Are you deaf? Okay.
Yeah, he's hard of
How are you? Good. Good.
Do you have any questions for Lou right out of the gate?
What was this Game of Thrones thing I was hearing about? I guess.
Well, it's a comedy called Purge of Thrones, which was filmed in England. It's a comedy about the Game of Thrones. So I played the role of Ned. Very funny with me, Angus McFadden from Braveheart. We got a great cast of characters. So we were filming scenes around the Leeds Castle. So I'm very happy to be in El Paso. No clouds, sunny and warm, and nice people.
When they booked the Sun City, that was perfectly okay for
yeah.
you?
Oh yeah, look at the smile on my face.
Is this your first time in El Paso?
I've been here before, I think 20 years ago.
Okay.
for
I
the
think-
for the
Yeah, yeah.
De La Hoya fight,
Yeah,
right?
and I think the same time, I think they had a parade.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, they timed it when you could see the stealth fighters fly right over us.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like when you look far away, it looks like almost like a bird. It was amazing. So I know they have a big military base here.
Mm-hmm.
And they told me at the time that the stealth fighter plane, that was basically old news because these planes developed 20 years before you embark upon seeing new planes.
Mhm.
Interesting.
We got the mic working there, Nico?
Yeah.
We got we want to know what you think of El Paso here.
I think it's great because I think it's a very low-key town, calm, people-friendly, and not crazy like LA. And I think I just love the weather. I just got off the plane about 3 hours ago, and I just have a good feeling about it. I'm excited about this weekend for the El Paso Comic Con.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like Latinos? Latinas? Spicy food? Spicy women?
I eat meat, fish, eggs, and vegetables. I don't eat spicy food. I'm just a general good eater, balanced diet.
Alright, balance and everything.
Yeah.
That's probably a good thing because when I first moved here, I think I tacked on about 10 to 15 pounds in a month with all the food that I was consuming in every single meal.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, it wasn't the good kind of 10 to 15 pounds though.
Exactly.
It was the kind that was sitting around here and right around the jowls
Yeah, but you
is
look
where
fine.
it was. Well, I stopped eating like that now.
Yeah, but here's what happens.
Yeah,
in
see, that's
20
when you're here for 20 years.
Yeah, get used to it.
Nico, any questions for
I
Lou?
have so many questions. You have such an interesting life, really. Like, such an amazing life. You started training when you were 13?
Yeah,
or
12,
around that?
13, yeah.
And what made you start wanting to
When I was young, I lost about 75% of my hearing. It was about overcoming adversity. I had a severe speech impediment, and I was bullied a lot.
Mhm.
So I was like a real-life Walter Mitty. I had to be comic book fantasizing, being Hercules, being the Hulk, because I was abused. So Then I discovered bodybuilding, a muscle magazine. I said to myself, wow, they have Mr. America, Mr. Universe, and I learned all about the exercise and what to do to build my body because, you know, I want to be strong enough that to be able to defend myself. So that was like my journey, and that helped me survive.
It gave you the confidence.
Exactly.
To kind of move on.
Yeah.
That's great. And
Is exercise and working out, is that a part of your life still? Do you
Oh,
do that all
definitely.
the
I've been
time?
working out for 53 years. I'm 65 now, and it's my passion because I love it, because I love competing with myself. And as a kid being angry, I was able to deal with that anger working out because I had a tendency to transfer that anger because I was so insecure. So it changed my life because I love working out because I just love, you know, being healthy, eating healthy. And that's why I have my business now called FerrignoFit.com. My daughter and I, it's a great website. It teaches you how to become your own personal trainer. We have hundreds of people changing their bodies with this.
and this is a family affair, right? Your
Ferrigno
wife and your
Fit,
son and your daughter as trainers.
That's my competition
Okay.
for the Ferrigno legacy. But Ferrigno Fit, my daughter and I, and you know, you get customized meal plans. And you don't need a trainer. You train yourself. It's amazing. It's like $99 for 3 months, but it changes your life.
Well, somehow you had such focus when you were 13 that by the time you're 21, you were the world champion. You had the Mr. Universe title, and you're still the youngest, I think, right?
To win the Mr. Universe,
To win the
yeah,
Mr.
at the age of 21.
When did you meet Arnold Schwarzenegger?
When I was 17.
Oh, wow.
I went to the Brooklyn Academy in Houston because he was competing for the Mr. Olympia. He came second. And to me, that was the biggest guy I've ever seen in my life. At the time, I was like 17, I was a young kid. And I knew that this is something, this is the direction I want to go. Because seeing him in person working out, that made me feel like I was doing something right.
Did it inspire you?
Oh yeah, big time.
Because you went on to compete against Arnold later on.
Yeah, because he was 28, I was like 22. So I went right from teenage America right into the best in the world. In like two
Well, and you were there right at the right moment between the 70s, where the bodybuilding was kind of a big deal, and then pumping iron came out. In the
Yeah, that
70s.
changed everything.
Right, and how did that change your life? I guess you were in the documentary, weren't you?
Well, that helped me get the whole series.
When you met Ken Johnson, the producer.
Yeah, because they were doing an audition, and because of Pumping Iron, they said I'd be perfect to play the Hulk because the guy who played the Hulk before me was Richard Kiel. He played George and James Bond, and they said he didn't fit the part. They wanted a guy big and muscular like the comic book. So I went for the audition, and like I was saying, the next day I'm working. I'm looking at myself in the mirror. The rest is history.
But you actually had to compete against Arnold for that role, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you ended up getting it.
Yeah, he felt I was more suitable for the part because of my physique and my speed and flexibility.
You were the biggest bodybuilder at the time, right? 285, 6'5"?
Yeah, I came back to competition when I was 42. I was 325.
Oh, wow.
I still go down in history as the biggest bodybuilder ever lived.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, now I'm 240.
That's why he's the Hulk?
I'm,
Yeah, that's why
I'm
he's the
240 now, but before I was 330. I was 100 pounds more than I was now at the age of 42.
But you're 6'5"?
Yeah.
6'5", and that's unusual in bodybuilding. Bodybuilders oftentimes are a little more compact.
Well, it's a good point because at the time I had perfect symmetry. Because a lot of the tall bodybuilders have thin legs, but I had perfect symmetry. So that was my selling factor.
Which is what I remember in Pumping Iron, your father telling you they've never seen anything like you before.
He was right.
Yeah, he was right. Arnold was kind of the bad guy in Pumping Iron. Do you think that's pretty accurate, or did they kind of edit it to make Arnold?
No,
look
he
like
admitted it. He admitted that he was arrogant.
Yeah,
But they liked the conflict.
but manipulating too.
Yeah,
would you
yeah.
say? Yeah.
It was great because even now when you watch the movie, it's not about who won, it's all about the personality,
Yeah.
the love for the sport. It was great. Like Ken Waller with the T-shirt, my cat, you know, with the chest sticking out. I mean, everybody had a personality. It was the best. I think it was the best docudrama ever made.
It's a great, and it really puts a new light on the bodybuilding, the scene.
I remember one scene. It was your birthday, and you're eating your birthday cake, and the other bodybuilder.
That was the night of the competition.
Yeah, the night of the competition. I'm wondering.
He was smoking pot, and they were singing "Happy Birthday." That was in South Africa.
Yeah, and you said I just want to eat my birthday cake.
Exactly.
For guys that eat as clean as you do, especially in that close, does birthday cake taste good, or does birthday cake come as a shock to the
Well,
system?
think about this.
Yeah.
I flew all the way to South Africa. I wasn't in my best shape. I lost the competition that evening. That night I didn't care what I was eating because I just wanted to feel better about myself. Yeah. It was South Africa. I mean, it's a hell of a flight to get there. And back then, it was so segregated with the black and the white. So
Apartheid was.
You could feel the tension.
You're an actual real life sheriff, aren't you? For
12 years.
San Luis Obispo.
San Luis Obispo.
And Los Angeles.
Just let him say San Luis.
The real deal. I went through the academy.
Yeah, and a real sheriff. You all qualifications.
Yeah, not honorary.
Yeah.
Certified. Yeah. My father was the NYPD lieutenant.
Yeah.
So I've always been fascinated with law enforcement. So I decided to go through the academy.
So that's like a childhood dream that you eventually made come true.
Oh,
Just like playing Hercules, just like playing the Hulk. Like you live every kid's dream, basically.
Because of my attitude, my determination to achieve what I want to achieve.
Have you met anybody that said you inspired them to be a bodybuilder or to do some
Many
acting?
people. Many people.
How does that
People
make you feel?
Great, because it's giving back. Because as a kid, I didn't have anything. I didn't have anybody to shake hands with. I used to watch TV. I used to go to the movies and watch James Bond, Sean Connery.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have anybody to say, hey, you're going to be okay. I never had that. I gave myself the confidence.
Mm-hmm. So how do you, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, and this, I walked in after it already started, so if I'm going back over ground that's already been covered, I understand. Are you going to voice the Hulk in the movies coming forward?
Yeah, I've been doing that, sure, yeah.
The Thor movie, Ragnarok, are you the voice of the Hulk?
Well, now that I know, probably will be doing the voice, yeah.
Okay.
They probably do that like at the end of the
You
CGI
think that's the
and
last
stuff.
thing?
Have you seen the trailer?
I have.
See, that's what we were going to do, is we were going to have Nico dress up as Thor, and we were going to reenact the trailer here at the fight scene there.
But Lou, you've already got a green shirt on. You could just turn into the Hulk.
Yeah.
So
I'm dying to ask this question also. Because you were on Celebrity Apprentice. Did you meet Donald Trump? What was that like? And
Donald's a great guy.
And
Well, he helped me raise $100,000 for my charity, muscular dystrophy and ALS.
That's amazing.
And Donald is a good guy, family guy. That's my opinion. And I just think he's the best guy to have now, especially keeping our country safe.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're dealing with North Korea, Homeland Security.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's going to do well.
And you've always been interested in immigration issues. Are you still part of the Maricopa Sheriff's posse?
Yeah, down there with Sheriff Rapaya, I went down a long time ago because I'm a big believer that people come to. It's all about safety.
Mm-hmm.
I love all people,
Yeah.
but it's all about the bad people here that are causing the trouble. That needs to be curtailed.
that's why we need the Hulk
That's what we need.
Exactly.
to take care of it. So going back to you staying physically fit and continuing to work out, do you ever find it difficult, like when you come to, like when you're coming to El Paso for the Comic-Con, do you find it difficult to keep a schedule to work out, or is it like it's one of those things where you know you're going to do it, and you always find time when you're on the road?
Well, I make time. Like, for example, when I'm done here, I'll probably train for an hour at the hotel or maybe train tomorrow morning. And I watch how I eat.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing changed when I was in England. I did the same thing. I didn't miss one workout.
What kind of workouts are you doing now?
I do machines. Like, for example, I split the body parts. I do high repetition for about maybe 35 minutes, and I do cardio for about 40 minutes.
Like low weight, high reps, and then...
No, I do 12 repetition, but medium weight. No more heavy weight. I used to train heavy, but not anymore.
Well, I just assume that you're, for you, it's probably mostly going to be heavy weight for most of us.
That's
but-
kind of intimidating.
Well,
I'm saying light isn't like what you were used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, just maintain what I have.
Mm-hmm.
What is the status of bodybuilding as a sport? I mean, it doesn't seem as big as it was when you competed and when Arnold competed. Is it still thriving, or has it diminished?
Well, it's still popular because I promote my own competition called Ferrigno Legacy. It's huge now when it comes to the physique, the figure, and the fitness. But bodybuilding itself is a hardcore sport by itself. I think it hit its peak like in the 80s, like when Pumping Iron came out and introduced to the public what bodybuilding was. So that's why still today it's just me and Schwarzenegger, so the two biggest names. I mean, we put the sport on the map.
Other than Thor Ragnarok, stuff like that coming up, do you have any other projects that you're working on?
Yeah, I have a great movie coming out, a British film coming out May 2nd called Instant Death.
Mm-hmm.
I played this guy from the Special Forces. He's readjusting to society, so apparently they harm my family. So I seek revenge, kind of like a death wish. The great film will be out May 2nd from Sony. It's a Sony picture.
Oh, great. That's pretty soon, too. So.
Yeah, I've got 4 films coming out. I could go on and on.
You're always working, man. You're busy.
Love it.
Do you find time then to, I mean, obviously you're working out, working, like the downtime stuff? Do you follow the Marvel universe at all? Like, are there other things that you do with your free time? Read books? Like,
I like to shoot. I like to shoot guns.
yeah?
I have the great sniper rifle collection. I like to shoot for target competition. I like to shoot air gun. I like good optic. I like the self-competition. I like to shoot 500,000 yards away. You don't have to worry about it. There'll be a red dot.
I'll make sure all these guys they're like, hey, losing town.
This is a desert. There's a lot of places to dump people around.
Yeah, I know you have a big military base here.
Yes.
Yeah, we got Fort
Yeah,
Bliss,
yeah.
and it's really easy to just kind of, you can cruise on out to the desert and.
And a lot of them are nerds. They love coming out to the Comic-Con stuff. And
Yeah.
You'll see a lot of military this weekend.
It could be a good show the next 2
Yeah,
years.
absolutely.
Yeah, one of the Military Gamer Supply is one of the places that is a sponsor out there, and they
Great.
actually have these full-on like Star Trek. It's what we did out there. Like there's 5 different stations. There's a captain, and you're actually like guiding the ship. And one person's the engineer, one person's the
Oh, is that
weapons,
right?
and like each person has their own role.
Wow.
And of course, he was our captain, who just decided to get up in the middle of a firefight, and then we all died. So, but you'll see that out there, and so you'll see a lot of the military out
Yeah,
there.
it'll be fun.
Anything else? Any burning questions?
Listen, my nephew is so excited, he wants to get a picture.
I'll
before-
pass for Comic-Con tomorrow and Sunday.
And when are you going to be there?
I'll be there both days signing autographs. Looking forward to it, so come on down.
Yep.
Winnie's not working out. Right.
Bullseye.
Yeah. All right, well, Lou, thank you very much for coming
Thank you.
in, man.
Okay,
I
my
appreciate
pleasure.
it. And we're looking
Good
forward to
interview.
seeing you at
Thank you.
Comic-Con.
You too.
All right, you want to, you still have to control the cameras, Nico.
Yes,
I
thank you
gotta go
guys
to
for
another location
listening.
now.
Oh, yeah, you're going to go with Steve. That's our
Yeah.
our sister station. They're right up the road
Oh,
here.
perfect. Not too
Yeah.
far from here.
He's not getting Whataburger. He doesn't eat that stuff.
Yeah, that was most of the questions that we were getting. Nico, are you going to stop the
I
camera?
forgot how.